Grand rising, everyone. I wanted to get straight to a message. This is really, well, not really a message. It's more so just information. Um, you know, but this is primarily for, well, this is not primarily this, well, yeah, primarily for the women. But yeah, so I want to first start off by talking a little bit about health. And I've talked about, in terms of healing so much, spiritually healing, emotionally. Sorry, I just saw a text message that kind of drew. Anywho, terms of healing in regards to our physical bodies, right? So, specifically with our womb, right? So let me just start off by saying, like, today is my first day of like detoxing. I'm not necessarily going to say fasting. I'm just going to say more so detoxing, because your body needs a break. For most of our lives, we consume cooked food, processed food, fast food, just food in general, right? So our bodies need a break from that, because like, just keeping it real, like if you eat certain foods, meat and things like that, or foods that's not the best for your body, it takes longer for your body to break it down, right? So you may eat something and then you may not take a bowel movement too much later, or the next day, right? To process that food, more so when you eat like the foods that are from the earth, alkaline fruits and vegetables. Your body breaks that food down faster because it's aligned with your body. That's the food you're supposed to be intaking, right? So for a while, I'm gonna just keep it real with you guys. My body has been in, not just my body, but my spirit team, my ancestors, my spirit guides, blah, 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 have been trying to get me to detox and fast. And then I already know this from my higher self. So what I was doing, because I take a lot of herbs and things like that, I was taking the herbs. So like drinking a lot of water, drinking my green juices, which I've showed you guys on here before, and then, keeping it pushing, but I still would eat, cooked foods, right? And my body was processing it to a certain extent. Like if I went to like a vegan restaurant or something, right? And at some particular point I would eat it and I would be okay, but then eventually I would swell up, and I would get this pain. This is inflammation all caught up in my body, and I can feel it because some people it may not catch up to as fast as others, because the more your spiritual body is ascending, the more you have to be more cognizant about what you put in your body. Like my sister on YouTube, I watched a video about conscious consuming, So my body was talking to me. I would swell up, the edema thing, like being very swollen in my ankles and in my calves and things like that. And so then I would drink my supplement, I would drink my herbs, drink a lot of water, my mucus cleanse herbs from Upful Blends. We're going to talk about Upful Blends in a separate video. But I was doing all these things. And then, of course, you elevate your feet, legs, or whatever when you're swollen. So I was doing all of that, but it was the same cycle, right? Because I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I love food. I love food. I've been loving foods for a many long time since I was a child, right? So, but building up to this, I was just like, I'm about to do this. I'm about to detox. I'm just going to have the fruits. I'm going to have my green juices, my herbs, my water. Boom, that's it, And even my son told me, I believe it was on Saturday, he was like, Mom, I don't want you eating unhealthy anymore. And it's not that I was eating unhealthy, because I've already eliminated regular food. I'm not even a vegetarian. I'm talking about vegan alkaline, but I needed to cut out cooked food, vegan food, and it's not like I'm doing this forever, but my body needs to catch up to my spirit body. You see what I'm saying? So my physical body has to be cleansed and restored, just like my spiritual body has been. So me having to pull away from cooked food is something I have to do. I have no choice, right? So that's what I'm doing today. I'm drinking water, my green juices, and my fruit. My favorites are watermelon, but I cannot find seeded watermelon near where I live. So it's cantaloupe, cherries, and strawberries, and my son loves all of those except for the cherries. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah, so okay, so back to we talking about womb health in terms of women, right? And it's so I can talk about so much stuff when it comes to this, but I'm just going to tap on it a little bit, right? So when it comes to our womb space, there's a significant amount of women, and I'm not a doctor, I'm not a holistic doctor or whatever, but there's a significant amount of women, I'm going to specifically say Black women, who have dealt with endometriosis, PCOS, fibroids, just issues in their womb space, right? And yes, it is a fact that the way we eat has a heavy impact on the conditions and the situations with our wombs, right? When I was younger, my mother had fibroids, and a lot of the conditions that my mom dealt with or had, I, experiencing the same thing, right? And it's like I said, everything is tied in together, right? So we talk in terms of our emotional world, how we process pain, how we are unable to forgive at times, how we carry resentment, how we carry hurt, how we carry pain inside of us. All of that is trapped. That type of energy gets trapped in our womb space, right? So if you're a mother and you have a daughter, then the ways that you have, like, what I'm saying, how you process things, how you go through things, the same circumstances, the pain carries down to your child, period. And, and so that is the reason why I, more so than my sister, who is, younger than me, dealt with the exact same issues that my mother has dealt with. And I'm healing myself naturally with this. Now, even though this is my first time kind of like detoxing, I've been very cognizant. If you guys watch me and watch my stories and stuff, been very health conscious for a long time. This is going on, 2 years now? Well, no, fuck yeah. No, it's been over 2 years. I've been doing alkaline vegan, So this is not like this is my first time detoxing, but then I've been, what in the world? Sorry, y'all. This is just the first time that I'm just detoxing. You see me? So yeah, so our womb space, so let me go back a little bit because I'm gonna be all over the place. Y'all should know this by now because that's just how my brain works. So I did a video on YouTube, I believe it was a reading, and I was talking, it just came to me as a download that women, certain women who have certain conditions, like I just named the fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS, or whatever else invades your womb space, that it would behoove us to do a detox 1 week before our cycles come, and then we also want to be cognizant of how we eat after. And that's going to play a significant role in us healing our wombs naturally, if that's what you want to do. Now, if you want to go to the hospital and let them remove all your inside organs that, connect you to being a woman, that's on you. But for me, that's not an option. I'm not getting no hysterectomy, period. That's what they was trying to have me do, and I'm not doing it. When I was 38 years old, they was trying to get me to do that because I've been dealing with fibroids for a long time. Absolutely not an option for me. So for the ones who are interested in doing it I would say the right way, but the holistic way, then to start off, even if you're not going all the way in and detoxing, I would suggest a couple of things. First of all, drink a lot of water. Try to aim towards drinking 1 gallon of water a day if you can. If you can, sis. Implement eating more fruits and vegetables. And we're talking about not hybrids. I'm not knocking anybody who's on the vegan journey, but vegans do consume hybrid fruits and vegetables, right? So you want to be cognizant of that, right? So eating apples and oranges, and definitely eating leafy vegetables. Arugula, kale, off the top of my head, it's all types of different vegetables you can eat. But those are the main ones I consume. Those are the vegetables, the leafy vegetables I put in my green juice. Kale and arugula. Those are what I make my green juices with. So I would suggest that. Also, I want you guys to look into herbs if you want. I'm just putting the information out there because, people have told me that they have certain conditions in their womb space. But this is going to put you on a path, like I'm saying, to having a healthier or healing your womb. You want to heal your womb. You also want to talk to your womb, okay? You want to massage your area, your womb area. You also want to abstain from sex with toxic dick. Yes, I said it. Abstain from toxic dick, because that is another invasion of your womb. When you are sleeping, I was to sleep with the enemy, but when you are sleeping with people, women's who sleep with men's, with men who have trauma, their soul ties, whatever it is, and you are letting this man, and we all grown, skeet inside of you with his trauma and all his built up stuff up in his situation, and he's releasing up in you. That is also how your womb will be affected as well. Okay? Trust me. So we want to be cognizant of that, detox. So, also do your yoni steams. Also look into herbs. Now, I'm going to do a separate video talking about Utful Blends, because Utful Blends is aiding heavily in my healing, my physical healing with the products. And I will be talking about that in another video. So just be, But anywho, you guys, I'm going to end this video right now because I want you guys to watch in its entirety. And if you're anything like me, I got a little bit ADD, ADHD. So, I don't want the videos to be super long, but I hope this has been beneficial in some sort of way. I love you guys. Remember, you guys can always contact me if you need a personal coaching session. I love y'all.